In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 5th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Charlotte Hornets versus Miami Heat. The Charlotte Hornets head south to play the Miami Heat on Tuesday night. Charlotte is coming off a 144-114 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers on Saturday as they fell apart in the second half. Miami edged out the Toronto Raptors on Sunday in Kyle Lowry's return to Toronto. The Hornets are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 road games, and 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 Tuesday games. The Heat are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 home games and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Hornets' last 5 road games. The over is 7-2 in Heat last 9 overall. The Hornets are 0-3-1 against the spread in the last 4 meetings. The Charlotte Hornets are the healthier team and have been playing well, so there's value in the underdog role here. It's key to check the injury report before betting this because there are a lot of questionable Heat players. The Heat have been playing good basketball as of late, and that includes rallying to beat Toronto after being down early. This season, Miami is 44-34-1 against the spread, while Charlotte is 42-34-2. Although both teams have been solid against the spread, the Heat this season average 113.3 ppg and only allow 108.7, while they keep opponents to shooting 44.5% from the field and 33.9% from 3, while they shoot 37.7% from 3, which is the best in the NBA. The Hornets, meanwhile, give up a lot of points, which will be a concern as Miami is better defensively and will limit Charlotte's offense, which Philadelphia did, while they themselves can easily drop 120. The Heat are also 3-0 against the Hornets this season, and in all 3 games they beat them by more than 5 points. With all that said, the Heat continue to find ways to win and have actually been better with a shorter rotation. Also, the Heat pretty much clinched the top seed in the East with a win here, so the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Miami Heat like to slow the pace down, which is what they will do here. Miami plays at a pace of 98.2, which is the second slowest in the NBA. And although Charlotte plays at a pace of 102.4, which ranks 4th, Miami's defense will be able to limit their points, and their slow pace will lead to fewer points and possessions. In the Heat's last 5 games, they are averaging 218.2 ppg, while the 3 games these two teams have played this season have averaged 207 ppg. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Toronto Raptors. 2 teams bound for the playoffs square off on Tuesday night as the Atlanta Hawks travel to Toronto to take on the Raptors. Atlanta, destined for the play-in tournament with just 4 games left in the season, is currently in the 8th position in the Eastern Conference. They have a 1-game lead over Charlotte and Brooklyn with 4 to play. For Toronto, with a 2.5-game lead over Cleveland for 6th place with just 4 games to go. A win moves the Raptors 1 step closer to avoiding having to participate in the play-in tournament. Toronto has dominated this head-to-head series, with Atlanta covering the number in 11 of the last 15 played on its home court at Scotiabank Arena. The Raptors play well as the favorite, covering the spread in 10 of the last 14 when tagged as chalk. Atlanta struggles away from home, as the Hawks have failed to cover the spread in 13 out of the last 18 on the road. Atlanta plays poorly as a road underdog, failing to cover the spread in each of the last 5 in that situation. Toronto's defense is above average in the NBA, as the Raptors are allowing opponents to score 107 points per game, which is 8th best in the NBA. In contrast, Atlanta is 22nd in the NBA in points allowed at 112 points per game. In addition, Atlanta is playing without its 2nd leading scorer and rebounder John Collins, which makes the Hawks suspect on the glass at both ends of the court. Even with the presence of Clint Capela on the court, you could make a case for either of these teams that are playing well and actually winning their last 5 games by double-digit points. The difference is the Toronto Raptors are at home, where they win by an average of 4 points. Outside of the last week, the Atlanta Hawks have been hit or miss, and they do lose in the underdog role by an average of 4 points. Plus, the Hawks are 13-25 against the spread on the road, so the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total has finished over in 7 of the last 9 games played between Atlanta and Toronto. In addition, the total has finished over in 4 of Atlanta's last 5. The Hawks are 6th in the NBA in scoring with an average of 114 points per game, but 22nd in points allowed at 112 points per game. The Hawks have seen the total finish over in each of the last 6 games when playing as the underdog. Neither of these teams are known for their defensive prowess, particularly the Hawks. Toronto has allowed an average of nearly 112 points per game in its last 10 games. The Hawks have allowed even more, at 114 points per game over the last 10 games. Toronto has been a more solid defensive team on the season, allowing 107 points per game, which is good for 8th in the NBA. The Hawks, however, have allowed 112 points per game all season, so their recent stretch fits with their overall numbers. While the Raptors are scoring nearly 112 points per game themselves over the past 10 games, the Hawks are scorching with nearly 120 points per game over the last 10 games. 2 hot shooting teams should easily surpass the number in this one. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee makes the short trip south to Chicago to take on the Bulls Tuesday night. Milwaukee has lost back-to-back games as they battle for positioning among the 4 teams crowded at the top of the Eastern Conference. Chicago lost against Miami on Saturday, snapping a 2-game winning streak and dropping them into a tie with the surging Raptors. This will be the 4th and final regular season meeting between the 2 teams, with Milwaukee dominating the matchup thus far with victories in all 3 previous games. The Bucks are 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 road games and 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 games overall. The Bulls are 12-5 against the spread in their last 17 home games and 5-13 against the spread in their last 18 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Bucks' last 5 Tuesday games. The under is 14-5 in Bulls' last 19 overall. The Bucks are 10-1 against the spread in the last 11 meetings in Chicago and 11-5 against the spread in the last 16 meetings. The Milwaukee Bucks look like a team that's ready for the playoffs to start, as they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 12 points and are allowing 50.9% shooting from the field. Say what you want about the Chicago Bulls, but they've been good at home this season, where they win by an average of 4 points and are 25-13 against the spread. The Bulls have covered the number in 12 of their last 17 at home. Chicago can clinch a top 6 spot in the Eastern Conference and inch closer to 4th place Philadelphia with a victory. Plus, Milwaukee has failed to cover the number in 7 of its last 9 played on the road versus an opponent with a winning percentage at home of more than .600. This is also a big game for the Bulls, who don't want to fall to that 6th seed. So the Chicago Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Bulls play at an above-average pace, and Milwaukee plays even faster, checking in 5th in the league in tempo. Due to Milwaukee's domination of the defensive boards, they grab 78.6% of their defensive rebounds. They will control the pace of this one and deliver extra chances to both sides, with Milwaukee's powerful offense in a great position to take advantage of a Bulls team that has allowed more than 114 PPG in their last 18 games and sits in the bottom 5 in both opposing field goal shooting and 3-point shooting. The Bucks will maximize the value of each trip down the court. The Bulls' offense will be in position to hang up some points of their own, as Milwaukee is below average in stopping threes, while the Bulls knock down 36.8% of their threes. Good for 4th in the NBA, and a quick pace with 2 teams that are much stronger offensively than they are defensively. We are looking at a high-scoring shootout affair where the teams trade buckets frequently. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.